everyone, Ivy League Gaming here, and today we're playing Dragonheir Silent Gods. For today's video, we're starting off with a little bit of hype, a little bit of excitement, a thank you to the devs. This is a really good topic to talk about. So while it's early, and again I'm sleepy, just waking up here, this was such a nice thing to wake up to, so let's talk about it. Alright, so we know we had an amazing patch recently, right? Insanely good quality of life. They did a really good job with those presets, the way the presets are set up for each dungeon. I feel like that is the perfect model of how other games should be as well. They did a very good job. I would now use them as the good example of what you should do for that. The presets with the heroes, the dungeons, the timings, the everything is really, really cool. Plus there was a bunch of other random stuff in that patch that was great as well. But bravo, that was awesome. But there was one thing that amongst all the amazing quality of life and how happy people were, there was one thing we were not happy about. And if you were happy about this, then again, I think this is kind of like Raid's situation with people that wanted Corpulent Cadaver to not get nerfed. This is a selfish thing. If you're, and honestly, what I've heard from Krakens, I don't want to say fellow Krakens, I'm not a Kraken. What I've heard from true Krakens is that even the Krakens didn't like this. Even the big spenders didn't like this. But the inspiration cap, there used to be, you know, you can get 5 inspirations on a hero, and then any other dupes were just sold to be, or saved as like the orbs that you could use for purchasing artifacts, right? Well, of course, eventually Krakens are going to max out characters and have extras of certain ones that they happen to get 6, 7, 8 copies of, but that is a very 0.5% of the population problem. But this system that they were going to implement, which they did implement briefly, and they are withdrawing, which is bravo, amazing jobs, devs. This is what this video is about. This system allowed for like infinite freaking inspirations. Like, talk about busted. How terrible is that and I haven't read this post yet, so we're gonna read that after. But how terrible is that idea of every dupe you get, you can just keep making your character stronger and stronger, unlimited. Talk about bridging the gap between free-to-play and pay-to-win. Like, it's just, bye, there isn't, like, it's odd, but here's the reality. The truth is anyone low-spend, free-to-play, or just not a very good time-intensive grinder cannot compete with the people that have 5 inspirations anyway. So is it something that free-to-play, so to speak, is the example, should really have a problem with? No, because it wasn't going to affect you anyway. But it's not a good look for the game. The game already has its issues feeling very pay-to-win from some aspects of things, although there's definitely a lot of aspects that I talk about where I think the game is extremely free-to-play friendly for those other reasons. But this was just one example that pushed the game to a whole nother level of being pay to win and scaring away people. If you come into a game from other similar games of that genre and you know that feature exists and that feature is unlimited, ouch. Like, that's just not a good look. It just is one of those things that, yikes, like, that's just really, 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 really feeding the Krakens to an extreme. And even the Krakens don't like it, because then, I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to explain the Kraken side of things. Our friend Arsalan has probably talked about that, our alliance leader, and he's also a content creator. I'll let him discuss the Kraken opinion, but nobody liked it. I actually saw one content creator say it was good, and they're insane for thinking so. That I actually think they do a good job, and I agree with their opinions, but my God, I don't know how anyone could think that was a good thing at all. But they reversed that decision, which I think is very good. This is a really good sign for this game. This game, if you guys haven't been following since before closed beta, or closed beta 2, the game has had its ups and downs, right? Like, so, but I started playing in February. At the end of closed beta 1, I had a loaded account to check out the game and I loved it instantly. It was extremely generous. They gave free legendary heroes, free epic heroes, 2 free legendary heroes in the first month of playing. They did there was no seasons. It was a completely different game. And then they changed it and it became something that really pushed away a lot of the community. And then they put out, they were very communicative between season 1 and season 2 of closed beta. Between beta 1 and beta 2. And they improved a lot of like little quirky things that I strongly suggested. So I was high on the company. I'm like, they listen. They've improved like everything that I've made notes on. But they didn't listen when it came to us trying to preach about how bad and pay to win their horrible blessed and celestial events are. How hard it is to get Heliolite die, scaring away new players. New players with gacha games want to get a legendary. Number 1 on the first day. If they grind like a crazy person, they want to get that legendary on the first day. And if they can't get one in the first week, goodbye, there's other games out there. That's the reality for a lot of players' mindsets. Although I've just learned to take this game a little differently now and enjoy the other characters that are here too. But the reality is, every season, you keep your heroes. So yes, season 1 might be a little rough, you might not have much, but every season you're going to be adding more and more heroes to your roster to have different options to start with at the end, at the beginning of each new season. So that kind of complaint will probably go away as people realize what the game's really about. And it's a long grind. It's not like, the idea of seasons is to make the game have longevity, right? Longevity. Be able to play for a really long time and have a fun new experience as the game resets. So in the end, I think the company is slowly doing better and better with communication and with feedback. And this is a massive step in the right direction. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about everything so far a little bit there before I got into actually reading this post, because it's been a little bit of a roller coaster. I've loved the game ever since February, but I obviously understand why people have complained about certain aspects. But at the end of the day, I really like the game how it is, even with those certain aspects the way they are, honestly. And I'm gonna be here for the long haul because I think the game is amazing. It's beautiful. It's the most beautiful, one of the most beautiful games I've ever played. The graphics are just stunning, and it makes me happy every time I open up my page and see my heroes and see my starred new hero at the top that's all shiny and amazing. And yeah, it's just, I don't know. I really think it's a good game. And this is so good. So they received a lot of valuable suggestions from players regarding the new update and the inspiration system, which along with the in-game PvP data we collected, helped us draw the conclusion that this update fell short of expectations. So we decided to remove this update permanently. Choking on nothing, I'm good. Okay. It's a strategy-rich game featuring season systems, as we expect our designs may extend the game's lifespan and enrich the strategy gameplay as much as possible, making our game most durable among team RPG games. In pursuit of this goal, we have rolled out several relevant designs like the season system, elemental affinity rotation, the varied team builds, and each hero's unique strength. But, as we all see, the previous inspiration update provided a short-term method for players to dispose of their excessive soul imprints. It also inevitably pressed the players to acquire higher inspiration levels for more stats, which could greatly harm the PvP environment and the new season content. Furthermore, the game's horizontal build-up and strategy gameplay. We assure you we will roll out some more reasonable and favorable systems for our players to utilize excessive soul prints. There we go, that's what we want to hear, while minimizing their impact on the balance and strategy environments. And we will add more PvE and PvP content to ensure each hero has their own highlights. In addition, we'll launch a series of optimizations on in-game experiences for the common good of our players, such as a speed up for some redundant battles and a relief of repetitive farming. We will also add more in-game benefits. So on that quick topic, devs, please, please, this is my, let everybody have 10 auto battle tickets a day. Just 10. Just 10 or even 5. 10 ideally. Free, not you have to pay for the pass to get those. Let us pay for the quality of life of that monthly pass with the stamina and multi-battles. Let us pay for that to get more. But please include 10 multi-battles. You open the game every day, you have 10 free multi-battles. That would do amazing wonders for people that are low spend or are free to play, or that just don't want to buy that one particular stamina pass. That would be huge. There's nothing more that keeps me not playing a game than having to manually click for every single battle. So for me, it really took away from my enjoyment and my push and my grind on my Starlight account, the free-to-play $1 now account, because I didn't want to do that. So most days, I didn't touch the grinding. I ignored my stamina so many days because I'm like, I just don't want to have it up on my screen and click it like I'm trying to multitask. And when it comes to farming, farming needs to be something that can be done passively, which is what I hope they're going to do a good job with. Speeding up the battles is great. If we get a ×3 speed for certain dungeons, that would be amazing. Or like the guild boss, the vortex that takes forever. But yeah, multi-battles. Let me set up 10 multi-battles and walk away, but not have to pay for that kind of a quality of life feature. Let us pay if we want 30, 40, 50 multi-battles. Sure, we have to pay for that. Fair enough. But I don't like, I mean, I know we have them with Wormaro as well that we could spend for free, but it's just not worth it. Like, we should just get some included. That's my question, or my comment. Okay, so finally here, guys, we present you a token of our compensation. We sincerely appreciate your continuous support. Compensation receipt for travelers who created a character before the 16th, whatever time. The compensation will be claimed when they reach journey level 5. The compensation collection can be claimed within 30 days of the mail being sent. Please receive it in time. And we get 5 Heliolite dies, 1 Master Scroll, 1 Scholar Scroll, and 1 Apprentice Scroll, and 200,000 gold. This is the best compensation or free gift the game has done yet. So bravo, game. This is what we want to see. If something's weird, if something's dodgy, the community has a backlash, and you're willing to change it, and you give free rewards, we want to support a game that feels generous, that feels exciting, that's not afraid to give some liveliness, give some excitement, give some, like, thank you to the people. And that's one thing I always praise Watcher of Realms about. Watcher of Realms is amazing at giving free, amazing daily login rewards with holiday events, doing limited time holiday events or whatever events that are obtainable for everyone, period. Like, maybe you can't do the highest stage possible, but that doesn't mean you can't get the best reward. You can always get the best reward possible, 100%. I want to say free to play because that's the best example, but if you're a decent grinder, you play well, like, you could always get the top rewards of every event. If they fuck up, they say sorry and they give us compensation and they revert the changes, or they explain and they say, sorry, we won't do it again. Like, they've done really good at communication, and that game just feels so fun and so generous. And I really appreciate the developer, and being such a massive developer of Moonton, I expected worse because I'm used to Plarium. Wait. And that wasn't always, yeah, the best experience with their decisions with Raid Shadow Legends. But you never know. It's never too late for anybody to change. And well, this is a really good sign to hear from our smaller devs here with SGRA. And I hope they continue to be willing to do this. Surprise us. It's Christmas. Give us something free. It's whatever. Be a little more generous and let people have a little bit of fun with summons. Giving people 5 summons or 1 summon here and there once in a while is not a bad thing. But this is amazing. I'm so happy. Let me know in the comments below. Were you guys shocked by this reward and by this message? I love the message. I didn't even realize this message was going to be so in-depth. So just like I was saying before I read it, it's all about like they're trying to do things that are going to help the longevity of the game and make people want to stick around and have fun starting off every new season. So they've just obviously they're not going to hit the nail on the head every single time. So yeah. And I'm really happy to hear about these optimizations for farming and battles. I'm really curious. Really good thing to hear. But yeah, I'm going to collect this. Ha ha ha. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me kind of ranting and chatting. TLDR, obviously, is this game's been a little bit of a roller coaster, but it's beautiful. It's wonderful, and this is a very good sign. So bravo, developers, bravo, staff. Thank you for putting out a decent message that explains things. Thank you for being willing to revert one of your decisions. It's good not to be too stubborn. And thank you for giving us a generous reward to get some excitement with the upcoming summoning event. And stay tuned later, guys. I will be posting my video for my live battles against Gorex. How did I do? Did I win? How did he do? Did we both get some crazy legendaries? You saw my summon video already from the CC tournament. So let me show you those actual battles, my builds that were on my heroes, and some discussion afterward. But yeah, stay tuned for that video later.